What's up, guys? Boy here. Today we're doing another video. Today we're taking a look at the US M-40. Let's begin. Okay, history lesson here. You could definitely know this one and the MCU/2P both have some really interesting history surrounding the entire of their experimental phase. Now, the MCU/2P had things like the XM30 and XM29. This guy, on the other hand, was actually had like a bunch of other prototypes, even including things like the XM40 series, which, if you could definitely know, there's actually three versions of it. We got one that is, you could probably know, the entire Scott Aviation model, which is the one we have. The other one was the one with the triangular lenses, which I actually didn't really. Yeah, that was actually one of the photos I've seen. And then one of the most striking difference was in fact the ILC Dover model, where it actually had that really unique, the whole eyes of all things. I wish I have one of those guys, the one with the ILC Dover model. But you could definitely know they're kind of hard to find, and you could probably know. So you could definitely know this was actually been introduced in 1985 or 86 to be exact. It actually was been selectively fuse selected to actually make it less confusing for soldiers to actually saying, oh wait, some people wearing this and then some of them wearing like M17A1s. So during in the Gulf War, they ultimately used the M17A1, which that became rather more like a symbol for Iraq, for the entire of the Gulf War. But you could definitely know the 2000s came, and actually this guy has become more widely used. Now, you could definitely know there's a couple models of it. One having, now the original model was rather uncomfortable. The entire oral nasal cup was completely uncomfortable for it. Another one about it here is this one I have in particular is the M40A1 to be exact. So you could definitely know for this. So material on this is having the halo more like the olive drab butyl rubber to actually make it more comfortable, and less cumbersome like the M17. This having a 69% polyagonal lenses. I think I've completely butchered that name wrong. Of course, the entire voice, this guy right here, voice emitter, you can actually do it the same thing like the MCU/2P. You can actually customize it to both left-handed and right-handed. You just have to like switch some parts around. And this one also have a second voice emitter on here. Here is the, oh yeah, this one right here, I have the ILD. This one I must have gotten was from 1995, and this is from ILC Dover, the ILD right on here. But on the other hand, this one's also is also the ILD right here. So this one's also made by ILC Dover. So, the people who made that original weird prototype, which I kind of want to get that. The drinking straw is, again, MSA fitted, so you can actually get things like the Camelback, which is pretty common to get that. Of course, you also have is the 6-point head harness, made of elastic, some cotton, and also some elastic too on all 6 sides. Of course, you also have is the exhale valve, little flapper piece right here. Okay. Of course, you also have is the 40 mil. This one's also 40 millimeter fitted to actually use something like this one to any other filters you can use, even including things like the things like NATO and GOST filters. Okay, inside the mask is also, there is the oral nasal cup, which this is the newer model. Okay, this is how it works. So when you actually inhale, it goes in here, and in here to the oil nasal cup. And when it comes to exhale, it goes directly here. And yes, you can switch that plastic piece divider right here if you're a left-handed person. So yeah, that did a lot better usage. Here's also the drinking straw, as you could definitely know for that. And of course, this little slit hole for anything with, if you're sweating like your complete balls off for that. Yeah, I think that could probably get gangrene, I think. But correct me if I'm completely wrong about it. And this little tab here for things like quick doffs. So let's get to many of the other things. Okay, the bag itself. Now, this one we'll have is made out of like complete nylon. It'll have US on there, and it says Mask M42/M45 series. Now, M45, I have that. You could probably know. It also have multiple pockets and all. There's a big hole, which I think that's meant for like a hose to attach to, so you can put a filter in there. Let me just see if that would work, then that would make sense about it here. And like something like that, but I really don't think so, because it would be like, would have blocked the filter. But I think I could bring the coupe in and then actually have it won't be a problem about it. Yeah, let me show you the little coupe piece, which is from my little accessory bag. Yeah, this exact same piece right here. Yeah, I got that alongside my M-45, believe it or not. Yeah. So I think you could put it like this. You could put it like that, and then that won't be a big problem because it has like a little tiny holes in there. But I think it would also be a problem because if it gets stuck like that, that problem would be a problem. So I think that I might be wrong about that. And I'm just completely full of crap. Which I can agree with that. But that might be some wishful thinking, or might be guessing about it. Okay, the strap. Also a little pocket right here to put things like the waterproof bag and all. A little slit hole for small items for the thing itself. Okay, and then this one have like, this is more likely for the shoulder straps. This one probably for like the belt strap. And of course this is, yeah, the belt strap is for this one. And of course this one is for, I think that's actually for like the ankle strap. But maybe that's the wrong area for it. You can actually pull this out. And inside the bag itself, there's actually 3 giant holes, rather 3 giant pouches. One for the lenses, other for the second lenses, and the other one is for like the manual and stuff like that, which that's where I put this, that's where I put my stuff on there. Things like the lenses and stuff like that. You know, very typical of that. Now let's get to our next items. Okay, let's get to our filter itself. So this is the CO2 filter. The canister C2A1. Of course, mine's is actually made in 2001. Oh no, I'm going to get asbestos for this. Oh wait, not yet to be exact. It needs to be like 2031 to be exact. This one probably would contain chromium. So let's get to our next pieces. Our next pieces are the lenses. Now for this one, you do have to have some effort to it to, like, you have to do it, like, invert it like this to wrap around the entire actual eyepieces. They actually come into our 3 versions, but the more common ones are these 2. One is the ballistic clear lens, and the other one is, of course, the tinted lenses, or the gray tinted lenses as they're called as. But to our next piece is this secondary skin. Now, this is made out of butyl rubber. Now, there are 3 models of this one. One that is the early one that is actually completely sewn into the entire, the entire hood. The second one is the rather much more different, be separate, and also would have ridges all around it, have all around the edge itself. So, and this one, on the other hand, is the third model I have, which the one I have is the one from 08. Yeah, seriously, 08? Which, it was actually been phased out in 2006, to be exact. I think these were also being made, that was almost being phased out by the M-40. And of course, we got is the chemical hood. This is actually for you to put the entire secondary skin in there. Right, to be exact. Also having, being flexible onto the neck area. And of course, having buckles for the whole thing itself. Okay, our next pieces of course, is the waterproof bag. Yep, bag, waterproof, chemical, biological mask. So it's a waterproof bag. I love every US mask will have those. Of course, you will have this little manual. So you could probably know. Yeah, it does come with the whole bag itself. Contains all the pieces. The one I don't have is that face form thing, which... oh yeah, here's that early model. Or the earlier version one. So this one I have must be the earlier version to it, because it has, the early version with the sewn into the hood. But also to the... No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, this is actually for, M40A1 only, so there are some things that they're showing you, like the second model and the first one to the hood itself. Things like the secondary skin and all that. Yeah, pause all these if you want to, read all this, because if I tried doing that, it'd probably taken 5 years or an eternity to make that video. So, I'm going to be all skimming through all this. This one I don't have, which is that optical inserts. Yeah, I don't bring that much to every of my gas mask reviews, because that's something I don't really much have. But they do have it in all, I guess US masks to be exact. Okay, this is how you, quicked off, doing the quicked off hood, or quicked off the straps and all. Okay, here's that old model, too. Okay, this is probably going to be more of a hassle, too. Okay, this is how you install the second skin to the mask itself. Look at that. That's... No, I would laugh at this, but... That's probably may be taking it pretty seriously, so that probably might be important for it. Okay, here's the one you can do with the chemical hood and all. Okay. which nowadays you can use, is the camel back hood. Wait, well, let me see that picture again. I know it's... Man, that looks pretty... That might be an old photo or something. Look at that. That might be like a sketch or something. I can know for that. But here's like the more detailed ones. So these are newer. Oop. Yeah, I need to get quick before the things start falling up. So here's the strap. So this is what it's supposed. There's actually two ways to carry that bag. The one with the shoulder straps and then the belts, or the entire belt area with the longer strap and the part where the whole belt area to the leg. So that one's actually right there. You can actually put this, I think, on your pistol belt. This one's for like the optical inserts. Let's see. Okay, that's... Let's see. Oh. Okay, now we got to that, and here's the back. It's a little rusted, unfortunately, so I think I probably need to clip that or something. I don't want to ruin that too. So that's the whole manual guide here. But if you actually kind of really find it funny, here's also the checklist too. So the M-40 series protective masks, PMC checklist. It's also been like laminated too. So here's the page 1. Here is also page 2, page 3, page 4, say 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, don't do that. Don't squish the mask. Like, of course, 9, which, yeah, don't have that torn up. And then you also have 10, which is this card is intentionally left blank. So, and, oh, geez, look at this. It's in the ECP pattern, of course. Yeah, it's ECP pattern in the in the background. Come on, guys. How insane this is using oh, wait. Yeah, I could poke fun of this, but I probably would start throwing my own stones at my own glass castle because I'm using ECP pattern as a background drop setting. And now let's get to our last pieces, which are the chemical wipes. Yeah, contamination packet individual equipment. So there's also the notches you have to tear, and these are just to contaminate the entire mask itself or any pieces. So I got 3 separate of these. So let's test this bad boy out.
So this is what it sounds like with the mask on. So this was sounds with the mask on with the BPU.
So this was what sounds like with the BPU on. So now let's try out with the canteen.
Now, the accessories I don't have. I don't have any of a couple of the VPUs that was especially for this mask. A couple of the TAP hood. I have one for the M90 or the M9A1 to be exact. Another one has to be the couple of the second skins. The first one that was like sewn in. The other one was like had like the whole weird stump thing on. And of course, one of the more rare ones you could come across was the Kuwait one, where the entire thing is completely tanned. Like the whole thing was tan. And there were I only saw one of these on the eBay listing, and for like $300, something like that. And after that, there was none of that. For these, only have left was the green tinted lenses, the laser tinted lenses, which I wish I had these parts so I can actually do a full different review on the thing. Another one I don't have is the first model of it, the one from the Scott Aviation, and the one with the much more uncomfortable black oral nasal cup. So that's about all it. So I give the M40A1 or the M40 an astounding of, say it with me, of a 9 out of 10. It's a pretty decent mask, and this mask have actually still being used today during like in the 80s, only for a selected few at the beginning during the Gulf War, and then widely available, and then after 2006 after the replacement of the M50. Unfortunately, this mask is still being selective usage on it, which you could probably know for that one. But overall, the M40 is one of the better masks out of the military surplus gear, out of the military surplus mask you can find. These are a little expensive, sure, but you can get one for around, probably maybe find one for $50 to rather the one I have, like fully completed, was like $80. So that wraps up the M40 gas mask series. I'm Artillboy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.